Alright, hello and welcome back to Morrowind. So today I've been thinking about several things, as I always do. One of them is answering the question of the stream, which is why we play Morrowind. Right? I'm not sure if I ever gave a direct answer, although I've tried to answer it obliquely in several ways. But one of the first reasons is that the Skyrim 10-year anniversary, Legendary Edition or whichever, whatever they're calling it now, has come out very recently. I believe it was like a few days before I started this Let's Play. Yeah, I'm just checking its official name. Yeah, I think it's Anniversary Edition. So, yeah, the reason that that's significant is that it immediately started me thinking about anyone who's younger than us that never got the chance to play Morrowind because they just missed it as a generational thing, or they didn't have the original Xbox because it wasn't available and the Xbox 360 was the only thing that they had growing up, or they didn't get the chance and opportunity to play on PC because they were too young to have a PC in their family. So part of our job is to look out for the generations that come after us and give context to provide some of the reasoning of what these places are, the things that they missed, right, because they were too young. And making that efficient, cheap, and easy is kind of one of the first motivations of history in the first place, is noticing that if someone wasn't alive for this, they probably don't even know it exists, or they barely know that it exists, or they'll have very little information on it. So if they're interested in it and the older generation doesn't show them, then they just lose it. They just miss it. Another thing I wanted to do is, you may have noticed, we're sneaking. Previously to this, I had not focused that much on sneaking as part of my character, partly because the stealth archer is like the classic Morrowind, or the classic Elder Scrolls trope, I suppose, where it's what everyone's first character is because it's easy and cheap and fun, and it does all the damage that you want it to do, and that's great. What's up, Rourke? But then I was thinking more about our character and our class, and it's important to note we're not a wizard, right? We're not a mage, we're a witch. And one of the things about witches is that they're also in real life. Just casual player. Yeah. So in actual history, in my family, one of the few things I know about my family's actual lineage and genealogy is that we had one of the female members of our family from Ireland who's on a roll for being burned as a witch. And when you hear that, many people are like, oh wow, there's lots of different reactions. Some are like, oh, that's so cool. Other people are like, that's such a meme or a trope. It seems very distant, or fanciful. But I would encourage everyone to just really think through what that actually physically means. Not as a joke, just actually say, hey, someone who is a woman in her local community was literally set on fire, tied to a piece of wood by the community that she was a part of. And that's when you say the word witch in real life, and certainly in Western or European cultures, that's what we mean, right? This is an intentional action by members of the society and backed up by members of the church, certainly on the continent, although England had it much less severe, but they still did do it. there was rashes of witch burnings that were throughout the 1600s and up to the 1700s, most famously in America, the Salem witch trials, of course, which resulted in the deaths of, I don't know, what was it? A dozen people? What was the final death count? Let's look it up real quick, because we can do that. Okay, the Salem witch trials were between 1692 and 1693. More than 200 people were accused, and 19 were executed. 30 were found guilty. 14 women and 5 men. Most of whom are executed by hanging, although some of them were executed by pressing, which is where you put them between two very hard, heavy rocks, and you let them suffocate to death. So we're a witch, right? That's fun. What a fun thing to have in our very own history. And when I was thinking about that, I was like, sneak is actually probably a really important skill for a witch to have in the world. Even though many Elder Scrolls series, it's become a kind of a trope that everyone is whatever class they are and max out sneak skill. But for witches specifically, being able to escape danger is absolutely key. This is something that I've noticed a lot with kind of the internet, I guess, misunderstanding of the new rash of civil rights activism for homosexual community and LGBTQ identities that came up, funny enough, in Space Force, which is what is... Sorry, I'm forgetting the actor that's the main character of Space Force. Steve Carell. Yeah, I said his name right. I just didn't have confidence in it. So Steve Carell has a line with one of the homosexual academics that leads the space program, which is, what do you do if you can't openly oppose something? And he says back something along the lines of, because you're a white male, you've always been able to oppose things openly. But if you ever aren't a white male, you need to use more subtle, subversive tactics in order to get your voice heard and get the change that you want and need in the world done. And, we're playing a female Dark Elf. Granted, she's in her homeland, but in this game, everyone is an Outlander. And it just speaks to, what non-open activity, just how necessary that is. And of course, I've been studying the Civil War for the past, 4 months now at this point. And one of the key things about black activism and black politics is that in the 1960s, finally, they were able to openly oppose Jim Crow era Southern legislation in ways that before they weren't even able to openly oppose it. It's not that they didn't like it or that they weren't trying to oppose it. It's just that they weren't even safe enough to make it a fight yet. So when you're not able to fight someone toe-to-toe and face-to-face because you can't, you literally don't have the power to do that, you have to rely on stealth and subterfuge. You have to do things behind people's back. And that is where the sneak skill comes in. And that's something that we can bring up again when we talk about the Thieves Guild, is who are the main members of the Thieves Guild in Morrowind, right? They're heavily staffed by the Beastmen cultures. And in Morrowind, the Beastmen cultures are enslaved. They're able to be made slaves. So, the Thieves Guild has always had a commentary of questioning, criticizing, and providing an outlet for people that are locked out of the normal system of quote-unquote like proper society. And that can be for a wide variety of reasons. Some of them are just flat bigotry, others of them are racism, and some of them are literally like politically backed economic systems of slavery that are present in Morrowind. So if your only options are live a life of a slave or be, a Khajiit stealth thief, I think that's a pretty clear choice, So that's just one of the things I wanted to make sure to actually put into words. That's on the I wouldn't even say the subtext of this game. It's just flat out on the text of the game. And yeah, I just think it's going to be a good, I don't know, it's a good re-examining of me for my character direction about whether or not we should include sneak or stealth as part of our class. And sneak is a little harder to level up in Morrowind than it is in other games, or other Oblivion or Skyrim. But I still think it's extremely important. Of course, like all skills, it's easier to level up once you already have some skill in it, so that your checks are actually successful for sneak, instead of always failing and never filling up the bar. But yeah, it's one of the unfortunate human lessons that history has to teach, which is if society doesn't like what you're saying, they might just kill you about it. Like, if you're a witch and you don't fit in with the normal estimations of female intellectualism and female, like, society positions and pressures, they do sometimes just kill you. And if they're trying to kill you, and there's too many of them to fight, because you have a magicka bar, but it's not an infinite magicka bar, you can't kill all the peasants. Hashtag 2021. You can't kill all the peasants. That'll be a good slogan for this year. Alright, we also just have to remember like where we're at in our... Okay, so we just did the pilgrimage. Okay, yeah, another thing I wanted to like mention about Morrowind is just how bold and alien of a choice this is in fantasy. And I want to use the Silt Strider in order to illustrate that. Because, like, we do need to take the Silt Strider back to civilization to get Mage Guild teleportation. But when we're doing that, let's just remember that, like, one of the first things that we saw about Morrowind is this exposed brain, wrinkled bug thing. That's your fast travel system. You know what I mean? Like, this level of, like, weird late 90s fantasy is still one of my favorite expressions of what Morrowind has to offer the Elder Scrolls world. Is that it's just, you know, with the recent Dune movie, I think people are coming again to an understanding of this, like, extension of what the fantasy genre can be. And Brandon Sanderson, I think, is doing a really good job of that. This curse read is owned? Okay. With the Way of Kings series. So we are pretty far north. We're the farthest north that we've ever been, and the farthest west that we've ever been. Narmak has been brought up multiple times as a major city. I don't know for sure what it is. It sounds like an orc name, kind of. So, there's that. And I think we've wrapped up most of the... I don't know, most of the things that we had at this area. I'd like to do the Fields of Kumu right here. And potentially also Vivek. But we should at least turn in the quests that we have. We do have our mark in Nissus here. So we can always come back if we find the books that that person sent for us. So I don't know if Margan has a Mage's Guild. Or Cool, for that matter. Maybe we should take a tour. Just spend some gold filling out our map. Oh, this is the opposite direction of what I wanted to go. Alright, that was a mistake. I didn't realize that Cool would be north of us. But hey, now we know, right? We can harvest more of our alchemy stuff. Right now we're not using alchemy nearly as much as we should because we are selling it, because I don't want to level up my alchemy, because then that would take away from my willpower level ups. And I want my willpower level ups to take precedence. Oh my god, there's Dre in here? That's very dangerous. Yeah. Okay, so this level up's gonna be agility and endurance and willpower? That's gonna be hard. I guess I do want to level up endurance early on. I just had no idea that endurance was getting as high as it was, but perhaps our spear skill has been doing a lot of work for us. That is probably not a mage's guild in a village this small. But at least it's connected by Silt Strider. So yeah, I think Thieves Guild and Mages Guild is going to be... or Thieves Guild and Telvanni Guild is going to be the one that we do. And Kamana Tong, potentially also. Wow. Okay. So... they are just here, aren't they? Can we fight one? Okay. Dreywax, we almost died. A horrific death. Okay, that tells us how strong they are relative to us. And also the position that magic has in the game is... it's a little difficult to use magic in combat. Partly because of the casting time, partly because of having you use magicka even when the spell fails. The boat could be an option for us. I wonder which is cheaper as far as fast travel goes. Fort Frostmoth. 69. Is that over here? Is that the DLC, potentially? Last boat to Solstheim until the next one. Knarmach, Dagenfell, Hilla Ode. I don't know where any of these are.
It would be wise to stay indoors, Outlander.
Really? Wise to stay indoors because of the rain or a blight storm? The Redoran seem to hold sway here. Redoran Guard. I do like that this game has, it puts in intentionally out of the way locations that are just plain, you know, like on the fringes of society. That might be a bandit over there. I'm not super excited or happy to go find out about that. Yo, what's up, Ghost? But we can at least level up our combat skills on Scribs. Okay. But yeah, long story short, I think my witch should sneak. I think my witch would learn how to sneak as a way to, quite frankly, survive. It obviously would be a very important skill for her if indeed she's a witch and not a enfranchised mage. This seems like a family tomb. It seems like a very nice family tomb. Fires here. Saren Ancestral Tomb. I'm always interested, or rather, here's what my fear is. I'm afraid that I'm gonna get attacked by vampires, and I'm gonna get part of the wrong vampire clan. Not the mage vampire clan that I want to join, but the fighter vampire clan. Yeah, it's good to see you too. So that is like a danger for me. Oh, there's a Dwemer rune out there. If there's no bandits in front of it, then we might just pop into that Dwemer rune to put it on our map. And, you know, if it's not there, there's clan fear in front of it though. Maybe I should soul trap that clan fear. There we go. Okay. Nope. This is... I mean, there's definitely something up here. I also wanted to look up whether a summoned skeleton is as good of a soul trap as a wild skeleton that you find in the environment. Let's at least get it ready. Right? What's it? Soul trap? Soul trap. 60 seconds on the soul trap. Oh, geez. Okay, wow, it's really going to town on us here. Luckily we have the magic resist. Jeez. Alright, I guess we'll just have to kill it now. Jeez, that's a lot. Oh god. Okay. Fire Clan Fear, huh? Okay. Well, I take it back. That's a lot of damage. We should have saved. Should have saved before we got to the thing. We did not do that. Rather, I did not do that. You guys did. Great job. You guys did exactly what you're supposed to do. I wonder if it's still worth the gold to put that on my map to fast travel to it, because we have the recall spell. I don't know. On the other hand, there's no real reason for us to go out there. Aside from just filling out the map and exploring. And it does cost gold to do this. And we have a lot of gold, to be honest. We could always use more. Could always use more gold. Zidanine. 104 to get all the way down there. Margon. A lot of civilization over here. Okay, let's just stay doing our quests. Oh, this is a blight storm. We should probably go inside. So Aldrune, the temple. Blackmoth Legion Fort. Fighters Guild. Council Club. Where's the Mages Guild? There is a Mages Guild in... Isn't there? There it is, yeah. Okay, wow.
I must be going, so if you could make it quick.
Hello, hi, that is. Nice to meet you, Taviri. For a second I thought you were the courier with just a message that is with a word of my airship. Wait, is that it? Up there? In the sky there? Oh no, it's just a cliff racer. Yes, ahem. I built an airship, you see, quite a lot quite a beautiful craft, if I may be so bold. Some scavenged Dwimmer parts, a few, long-lasting levitation spells. Very clever, very capital idea, I know. Even hired a gang of, crew, I guess you'd call them. They were to fly far to the north, away from all this dust, to Solstheim. I paid them rather well. They were to locate Hornthan's Barrow and find a certain item. This barrow is a grave, a crypt. It is said to lie, that is, the barrow is at the eye of the wolf. There's a formation, you see, rock, ice, that sort of thing, shaped like a wolf, the wolf that killed Horthamund. He's said to be entombed at the wolf's eye. It's only visible from the sky, or an airship. That's why I built it. I built the airship, hire the crew, they find the barrow and recover the amulet. They bring it to me. Perfect plan, I thought. In order to recover it, that is, bring me a special amulet. According to stories, legends, and such, Horthamund was quite the, he had plenty of lady friends. He was ugly, too, ugly as a troll. But he had a magic trinket. He wore it. The Amulet of Infectious Charm, it was called. By all records, he was buried with it. That's why I built the airship, hired the crew. I must have the amulet, Tiberi. But there's been no word. I fear the crew has failed me. Aw, wow. Did they fly, of course? Or maybe they found the amulet and it flew away. To meet women. Wow, this guy. No fair maiden could resist a man with the amulet of infectious charm. In an airship, no less. Say, Teferi, I don't suppose you're for hire. I would pay you greatly to find my airship. I need proof of what happened to it, of course. Evidence, as it were, just to be sure. And of course, to bring me the amulet. I need that amulet. Dude, this guy. No, Lewis, I can't help you. I have other matters to attend to. Yeah, dear Lewis, I'll head to Solstheim. I'll bring you some evidence that shows what happened to your airship and recover the amulet of infectious charm. I mean, we are adventurers. We do things for money. Oh, well, that's fine. I understand. Wait, Tabiri, did you say you would help me? That's splendid. Oh, I mean, wonderful. As I said, the airship is headed north to Solstheim. The amulet of infectious charm is, it's supposed to be in Arthmir's Barrow. At the eye of the beast, the wolf, I mean. But you must say the wolf's name to enter. Say, Ondaje. Answer wrong, and the barrow will be sealed forever. Okay. Interesting. To be the ship, my airship is so very beautiful. The best, most ambitious thing, that is to say, it was my, pet project. And it flew so very well. It flew, and I guess that was good enough. Okay. Kind of an interesting, interesting guy. Max damage luck. strong invisibility. "30 seconds on self, 23 points. What's our invisibility at right now? 15 seconds for 11. Yeah, the big spells like that, I don't know if we're at a high enough level to really make good use of those things. I've kind of adopted the strategy of buying the cheapest spell that people have and kind of starting there, at least having the base elements of the ability to cast anything. Light, maybe accept light. I don't necessarily want to cast light. Weaknesses. Sleep seems okay. I mean, it's not useful that much, but it's a cheap destruction spell. I don't know. Do we have Drain Fatigue already? Yeah, for 6. 10, 15 seconds for 6. So... So this is a longer sleep spell. This is for 30 seconds. I don't know. I don't think it's that great. Disintegrate armor. Disintegrate weapon might be very useful for us, actually. Whenever it says Drain Magicka, I wonder if it's 25 points done for 15 times, for 15 seconds, or if it's just minus 25 points for a 15-second effect, and then it goes away after 15 seconds and they get the Magicka back. Because I think that's what it is. A difference between drain and damage is something that I kind of want to look up. These are expensive spells. Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay, Drain temporarily lowers one target's attribute for M points by D seconds. Derive attributes because as Magicka, health, and fatigue and encumbrance be recalculated if appropriate. After the spell expires, the attribute will be restored to its former value. Okay. Interesting. The Ancestral Ghost is cheaper to cast than the Skeletal Minion? That is new for me. I'm very tempted by this. think we should do it. I did say we'd buy the cheap ones. 10 to 15, 6 feet for 12. So 10 to 15 for 12. Let's check our fireball. 5 to 20 for 9. Okay, so it's a little more narrow. No, it's better. It's 10 to 25. This is 5 to 20. Yeah, okay. This seems really good. 2 of these and a weapon might just not even exist anymore. Might be completely gone. And weapon durability directly is related to how much damage it does. So this seems very defensive and very good. Let's do it. Let's get that. 6 points of light versus... Yeah, this is better. Summon skeleton weak, and this is summon skeleton. It's up here. Summon skeletal minion. Just normally. Bone walker, of course.
May I help you?
Gorgeous location. A lot of this is underground in Alderun. I think it's because of the blight storms. I don't want to build too much above ground. Let's just check to see if there's anything in here that we want. I know I purchased my own copy from Codus Colanis here in town. I think someone else asked for a copy from some local servant of House Redoran. Okay. Shoot, this is a quest. So right over time. None of the Mage Guild branches have a copy. It is simply essential to my research. Would you be willing to find a copy for me? Oh wow. So they're in competition, I think. Copy of the Domebricks, Antecedents of Domerlaw, Chronicles of New Cleft. Decedents of Dwinmer Law. What happened to the other one? Wasn't there another one? It's... Yeah, our persuasion is going down whenever we talk to her and decline her. Okay, that is a mistake. Shoot, when was the last time that we... So long ago. Okay. Oh, sorry. Man, I should save more often. I need to save more often. Two for 5. Jeez. Selling a stack of these is a ripoff. Selling them individually will at least give us 1 gold for each. Interesting. Sorry again about this. A little exploitative, but we need the money. Chanting. The fire damage. Destruction. Some damaging rings. Wow. Okay. So, put this on the ground. Put this on. We need to compare this cuirass and this cuirass. And then the shoulders. Okay, so 125 for 1 armor, weighing 8. 150 weighing 8. Okay, so this is bad compared to this. This has higher condition and it's stronger. Alright, so 325 for 24. 1,000 condition. Alright, so we are selling this. The Dre's Warlord Cuirass is much better. And we're not going to be keeping it around with us today, but we will use it in the future. And the helm we're going to put here. We're going to sell these 2, or these 3. Each leather, I guess we'll just store that. We're using spears right now, but that doesn't mean we're not going to use a shield in the future, potentially. And extravagant robe, we're going to save this robe also. Okay, I think that that is it. I think so. It's funny to me that, like, Cedrith Mora's whole faction basically forces you to know Levitate or to buy a bunch of Levitate spells. Which is Alteration. That's like the gatekeeper magic. It's not destruction or mysticism or conjuration or anything. It's like you literally need to just know the basics of Alteration first. That's their elitism. I should probably ask around about those books, to be honest. Oh, the books, speaking of which. He likes me a lot, right? Not a lot, but he likes me enough. Let's make him like us a little bit more. How about that? Need to wait to not be tired. Charming touch. You love us. Yes. Pilgrim's Path we're keeping. We need to drop off the books though. Oh, so much to do. And we did miss that. I missed the dropping off of the books. We also need to decide which Wizard Lord we're going to be the mouth for. So that's going to be a kind of a harder decision. I'm gonna have to research which ones are gonna be good ones to do. Oh, we actually made that, sorry. Ghost Street Papers is a joke. Amazing how close these are. Dray Shell, we're actually saving that also. I'll save this too. $91, not bad for a full set of armor. Titan is strong armor for light. Not bad at all. Okay, before you leave, let's go over everything. Healthy stock of potions. Could sell this. Maybe. Yeah. They're not bad to have on us, but I don't want to get too weighed down on my normal stuff, you know. Maybe 1 cure poison, 1 cure blight. Okay, definitely selling that, I think. Selling one of those. Oh, wow. Okay. So, we have 4 up in personality. Huh. That's more than endurance. We'll see. We'll see what we get. When it comes time to make the level up choice, then we'll take it from there. Alright. Malium Rodon. These are empty spaces. I wonder who is supposed to be there, or if there's 2 of them that are missing. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, okay. Questions. Ask him 3 questions. You've spoken with Pilatus? Yes, I see. I trust that Goflin will be freezed with these answers and will be quite interested to know that Pilandus is alive and well. I should give you something. Here, take these messenger scrolls. You find them useful. Messenger scroll has been added to your inventory. Summon Scamp. Oh wow, nice. Interesting that the implication is that you're the Scamp. You're just someone that they kind of manipulate to go places. Okay, let's do the temple ones. And what does that mean? That means going here and here. Potentially, let's just check our book, see that there's nothing else. So Kumu, yes. Vivek. 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 We did this one as in Nissus. We did this one as a Nissus, and we did this one. Okay. So we can pay someone to fast travel. I'm not sure if we want to do that, or if we need to sell that. I don't know, maybe we should keep it. Let's sell one. 125. Let's keep him. Could be really useful for later. Does Vivek have a mage's guild? I don't think it does. Oh, this is the thing. The vision, then the conjuration. I don't know what they could be talking about.
I suppose I have a moment. What is it?
And training is getting expensive.
Ah, welcome. What may I do for you?
Yeah, Vivek has one. Waterwalk 30 seconds for 9. The shield versions. "100 seconds of water breathing." Interesting. I don't think this is a very good spell. I think it should be either health or magicka, but only 10 seconds is not a lot of time, I don't think. That could work. As could that. Yeah, I might need that for the Kamana Tong. Do we have Water Walk? We might not. Okay.
Greetings, Outlander. Don't I know you from somewhere?
Be well, traveler.
Alright,
Ah,
let's do it.
what may
Let's
I
go to
do?
Vivek. It's our first time, and Vivek is a massive city.
What may I do for you?
Nice robes. Edwana Ailbert in Aldrune. Okay. So, we do need to go to Aldrune for that. Well, we have our recall, so that's nice. Oh, nice. Cool, 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 cool. On the top of the Halalu Canyon. Okay. Vivec is a city made up of 9 cantons, each a little town of itself. Each great house has its own canton, and outsiders have their own canton called the Foreign Quarter. The arena is for public entertainments, like mock battles and comic plays. Commoners and paupers live in St. Delen and St. Olm's cantons. So I know that they said that joining the Marana Tong, or the Morag Tong, is in Vivec. I don't think that we should do that now. I think that we should get to be part of the temple first, and then go join the Assassin's Guild. In St. Olm's cantons. But most of all, this is Lord Vivec's holy city. The Ministry of Truth, the Temple of Prison, hangs above the great temple of the High Fane, the halls of wisdom and justice, and Lord Vivec's palace. Yeah. Vivec's cantons are buildings with many levels, the upper works and the rooftops with shops and rich folk manors. The waste works are the next tier down, usually shops and guilds, with some apartments. And Canal Side is the lowest level, where poor folks live. In the holy city, there's poor folks. Of course there is. The underworks are sewers below Canal Side. Only grubbers and cleaners go down there. The corridors are like mazes, so watch how you go. The temple built all the cantons and leases them to shops, guilds, and residents. St. Delen's Canton and St. Olm's Canton are residence cantons for commercial commoners and paupers. Okay, so this is... when I played this game as a kid, I was in Vivec a lot and I was completely lost. I didn't know where anything was or where to find anything. So, finding and figuring out Vivec has been very nice for me as an adult coming back to it. It's very complicated. The temple charges very reasonable rents for comfortable workshops, shops, and apartments, and most of Vardenfell's crafts and light industries housed in these cantons. The Abbey of St. Delen the Wise is on top tier of St. Delen. Okay. And Halalu Councillor Yiling Half-Troll has a top tier manor on St. Olm's. The Abbey of St. Delen the Wise. I wonder if that's a temple. I don't know what that is. The Ministry of Truth was hollowed out to provide a prison and re-education center operated by the temple ordinators for the correction of heretics. Okay. Getting a little nervous about that word. St. Delen's Canton. Your residence is... nice. Just shows rare books in the Foreign Quarter. Imperial, High Fane. Foreign Quarter is a large 3-tiered canton to the north. Originally, foreigners were not allowed to enter Vivec any further than the Foreign Quarter, but now Outlanders can travel throughout Vivec as will. The Imperial Guilds each have guild halls and complete services here, and an Imperial Cult Shrine serves the spiritual needs of the Imperial Faithful. Various independent tradesmen, craftsmen, and trainers also rent space there. Black Shawl Commerce Club rents bed to non-guild visitors. Okay. So we're in the Foreign Quarter now, it looks like. And we want Chronicles of New Clift. Palace of Vivec is the abode of the mortal form of the god-hero Lord Vivec, the warrior poet of the 3 deities who comprise Amsivi, the divine patrons of the Tribunal Temple. Only the most devout are admitted to the presence of Lord Vivec, and only at his initiation. Beneath the Palace of Vivec is the Puzzle Canal, a place of worship and testing for questing heroes, hoping to receive Vivec's favor. Many choice treasures are guarded by Daedric's servants in the Puzzle Canal's dark passages. Okay. Lots of people I know are having bad dreams, seeing strange visions, acting funny. Counselor Valinda Omai lives outside Vivec on Elmas Island. Take a bridge to the mainland from Telvanni Compound and turn south across the bridge to Elmas Island. The Telvanni Compound is the eastmost canton. The Mage Lord Maven Drenim is the ranking Telvanni noble. The Telvanni rent the compound from the temple and have to make do with a Velothi tower instead of their preferred mushroom towers. The administrative center includes a treasury and a hall of records. Slaves are housed in the lowest tiers. There are many tradesmen, craftsmen, and trainers, and the Lizard's Head Corner Club provides lodgings for Telvanni kin and mercenaries. Nice. Okay, so east is the Telvanni. Interesting that Halalu is also in the St. Delen and St. Olms cantons. Noble priests, clerics, and ordinators are in the Hall of Wisdom and the Hall of Justice. Some fighters live and train in the arena. Night of public entertainments and combat sports. Comfortable domed arena has seating for hundreds of spectators. Beneath the arena, there's dressing and storage rooms for entertainers and training rooms and animal pens for the combat competitors. Okay. Alright. I could kind of already tell this might be a very long and complicated spot in the game. Ten points of spell absorption. That's my spell absorb already. We're gonna get that. Yeah. Really cheap. Man, I do need slow fall. 23 points. They're almost out of money though, so I can't. Oh, Archcanon Sirioni. That's the author of the books. We can go there and talk to him.
I'm listening. Please go ahead.
Hmm. Okay, I think that's it. Maybe one more of these. But yeah, we okay. So we need to sleep. Could also purchase that book.
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
West End Lower Wasteworks.
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
Okay, Upper Wasteworks. Oh yeah, this is Vec is like 9 cities in one. It's a massive capital.
Citizen.
There's the upper wasteworks, there's the lower wasteworks, then there's the lower works, then there's the upper works. Big long halls like this. Just so massive. Seven victims here in Vivek, all with their throats slit. When it was just a few outlanders killed, the ordinators weren't making much fuss. Now that they've had 2 of their own people with slit throats, they seem very concerned at the Hall of Justice. Heard that the Office of the Watch is quietly looking around for some special help. Anything that can kill 2 ordinators before they can draw their weapons sounds like they will need special help. Wow. Mercantile speechcraft. Okay. I'm kind of tempted to get the Guide to Vivek. 5 gold might help us a lot. West End Lower Wasteworks.
I think that tavern girl is looking for me.
Oh. Apothecary. Alchemist. Rare books. Oh, jeez. This is a bit of a dangerous spot for us. Nietzsche's Book of Jokes. Nice.
What is it, citizen?
Grasping Fortune. Tone of Mysticism. 10 points for a bunch of seconds on self. Cast once. That's strange. I wonder if that's in the mod. It's just like a mod for books. 8,600. Hope it doesn't crash my game. We have actually read many of these. This is the entire real Baron Zaya. I'm not sure if we want to dedicate how much time to these books. Let's save before we steal anything, though. An obscure text in the language of the Slode, purportedly written by the Second Era Western necromancer, Nangasta. Okay. Now, we can't read it because it's in a different language. If you want to translate that, knock yourself out. Oh. This is all of the dance and fire. God, that's good. We might do the Dance and Fire series. Is that what we want to read? It'll be long. Let's check. How much are we at the... We're at an hour and 30 minutes. The monomyth. Okay. It's very big. Changes the force without focus or origin. The order of the Sijic. Okay, I think that we're gonna have to stop here, and then we're gonna have potentially a... Oh, here it is. Antecedents of Dwemer Law. Tales of the Devious Trader. Cherum's Heart Aquarnia seem rare.
You want some?
Okay. Alright, we're gonna end it at this point. In the future, we're going to read a lot of these books. And that should be good. Alright, I will see you guys later. Thank you for tuning in. We got a few quests done, did a lot, changed cities, and next time we're gonna do all the temple stuff in the holy city of Vivec.